During the early stages of the Cold War, from 1947 to 1991, Poland and Czechoslovakia faced a critical decision in shaping their military forces. They could either adopt the Soviet BTR-60 8x8 series wheeled armored fighting vehicles, AFVs, for the role of armored personnel carrier, APC, or invest in the creation of an indigenous design that better met their specific needs. The latter option was chosen, resulting in the development of the OT-64 SKOT, Strední Kolový obrněný transporter. The OT-64 proved to be a successful collaboration between the two nations, leading to thousands of units being produced and exported to Soviet-aligned countries around the world. Remarkably, many OT-64 vehicles remain in service today. The OT-64 was designed to replace outdated World War II-era half-tracks that were heavily influenced by the Nazi German SDKF Z2-51 series, which Czechoslovakia continued to produce after the war under the designation OT-810. Development of the OT-64 began in the late 1950s, culminating in a working prototype by 1959. After a period of refinement, pre-production models appeared in 1961, and by 1964, the vehicle entered service. From the start of production in 1963 until the early 1970s, approximately 4,500 OT-64s were produced and delivered. The vehicle's development was a joint effort between Czechoslovakia and Poland. Czechoslovakia took the lead in producing the essential drive components, while final assembly occurred in Lublin, Poland. This cooperative approach helped cement the OT-64 as a reliable and versatile armored vehicle in the Warsaw Pact's arsenal. The OT-64 SKOT was an impressive machine for its time. It had an overall weight of 14.5 tons and a length of 7.45 meters. Its width measured 2.55 meters, and the vehicle stood at a height of 2.7 meters. The APC was manned by a crew of 2, with space for up to 18 combat-ready soldiers, depending on the variant. Its protection came from an all-welded steel armor shell that was up to 13 millimeters thick. While this level of armor was only sufficient to protect against small arms fire and artillery splinters, it was suitable for the APC's role. The OT-64's primary weapon was a 14.5 mm KPV heavy machine gun mounted in a turret, supplemented by a 7.62 mm PKT medium machine gun. This armament gave it enough firepower to suppress infantry and light vehicles. One of the key features of the OT-64 was its Tatra T928014 series V8 diesel engine, which produced 177 horsepower. This gave the vehicle a top speed of 95 kilometers per hour on roads and an operational range of 710 kilometers. The OT-64's 8x8 wheeled configuration provided excellent mobility across various terrains, and its amphibious capabilities allowed it to traverse water obstacles at speeds of up to 9 kilometers per hour, thanks to 2 propellers located in the lower hull. The OT-64 bore some resemblance to the Soviet BTR series, but had several distinct advantages. Like the BTR-60, it used an 8x8 wheeled layout and had a short, nearly horizontal glacis plate at the front. The angled sides of the hull provided basic ballistic protection, while its amphibious capabilities were similar to its Soviet counterpart. However, unlike the BTR-60, which utilized 2 gasoline engines, the OT-64 relied on a single diesel engine. This simplified maintenance and reduced operational complexity while maintaining similar performance levels. The driver and commander were positioned at the front of the vehicle, with the engine located behind them. The rear section housed the passenger compartment, which was equipped with firing ports for soldiers' personal weapons. Standard equipment on the OT-64 included a powered winch, night vision capabilities, and a comprehensive nuclear, biological, and chemical (NBC) protection suite, making it well-equipped for various battlefield scenarios. The OT-64 served extensively within the Polish and Czechoslovakian armies, with Poland designating its variants as SKOT-1. Over time, The vehicle was progressively modernized to meet evolving battlefield needs. Numerous versions were developed, including command vehicles, missile carriers, and armored ambulances. The OT-64's adaptability made it a popular export to Warsaw Pact allies and other global customers. Its users ranged from Algeria and Angola to Uganda and Uruguay, making it a truly international military asset. The OT-64 SKOT stands as a testament to the ingenuity and cooperative spirit of Poland and Czechoslovakia during the Cold War. By opting to produce their own APC instead of relying solely on Soviet designs, these nations created a vehicle that met their unique operational needs and endured in service for decades. Even today, many OT-64s remain in use, a reflection of the vehicle's durability and effectiveness. While it may no longer be the cutting-edge armored vehicle it once was, the OT-64 continues to hold its place in military history as a symbol of Cold War-era innovation and collaboration.